Hello, this is Dumont, and today I'm going to do a review on Transformers comic book. Okay, starting with issue number 5, because this is the one that I happen to have, and it goes all the way to issue number 31. So I have the complete set from 5 to 31. This is just the way that I happen to get this collection. So fortunately, I'm not missing any along the way. It's going to be pretty interesting. I'm going to try to review as many as I can. So let me start off with issue number 5. First, let's just take a look at the cover. Okay, it says, "More than meets the eye, the Transformers," and then it says, "are all dead," period. And the cover is just very eye-catching. You know, this is not a typical cover. It's actually a painting of Shockwave, and apparently it looks like he just used his blaster. Maybe even he blasted those words in there. I'm not exactly sure. It looks like he carved it in, and it's an awesome painting. I was never a fan of Shockwave, really, because he's not really a Cyclops. You know, it's just an eye, no face, no nothing. He's not a Cyclops, because a Cyclops is a face with one eye, but it has the ears, nose, and mouth, pretty much. That's what you expect. With this dude, it's pretty much just an eye, and that's all. Which, now that I'm saying it this way, it sounds kind of cool. But I was never really a big fan of that, because it's just lacking of a face, kind of like the new Transformers. Some of the hideous robots with, you know, not much of a face. That's what it kind of reminds me of. I did actually have the toy. This was Shockwave was one of 2 Transformers that my parents actually bought me. The other was Soundwave. They both end in wave. What do you know? Anyway, he looks really, really awesome here, even though, like I said, the character itself, I just feel like he transforms into a gun just like Megatron, but he's not as cool as Megatron, and blah, blah, blah. But, okay, when you read this comic book, though, okay, so let me just, there's so much to talk about, okay? It says, the Transformers are all dead, and you start reading it, and you find out that this is apparently true. They're all dead, pretty much, except for Shockwave, and Ratchet, okay, which he'll come out later on. But first, what happens is, basically, this is the main premise. You see that all the Autobots are destroyed. Shockwave is like the only Decepticon alive, and he's trying to revive the other Decepticons. And one of them is Megatron. He's actually trying to bring Megatron back. And it's very surprising, because Shockwave's pretty much like, you know, he's saying, "Megatron, you were incompetent. I am going to be the new leader." And Megatron is going, you know, "Yes, Shockwave, you are the man. You are the master." You know, he's saying that just for now, okay? And he's thinking in the back of his head, you know, he's thinking, "I can't wait to take you out," basically. So, anyway, Shockwave is just saying it as a matter of fact. I am the leader of the Decepticons now. And basically the whole premise, what happened to this point, was that the Autobots and Decepticons had a huge battle, right? And because the Autobots had human alliances, they were able to win this battle, because what happened was a human poisoned the Decepticons' fuel. So all the Decepticons were poisoned, and the Autobots were able to defeat them because of that. So because of the humans, they were able to win, right? Shockwave comes in out of nowhere, sees this, and he just wipes out the Autobots. It's like, think about that for a moment. Shockwave wipes out the Autobots single-handedly. I mean, let's say pretty much the Autobots were weakened from the battle with the Decepticons, but still, that's one robot. One dude took the rest of them all out. You know, that is amazing, all right? So it just kind of tells you how awesome Shockwave really is, okay? So that happens, and there's apparently one Autobot that kind of somehow missed the whole action, you know, fortunately, and that was Ratchet. So Ratchet and basically the human that I was saying that had helped Poison the Decepticons. His name is what was his name? Spark Witwicky, I think that's his name. And his son, gosh, I forgot his name. The son basically teams up with Ratchet, and they sneak back into the Ark, which is the base of the Autobots, and that's where Shockwave is currently residing. And they completely took over it because they defeated the Autobots. So all the Decepticons there are now in the Ark, and so basically Ratchet and this human Buster Witwicky are two people that sneak in, and at the very last page of this comic book, he sees the head of Optimus Prime, just the head just removed by itself. And I'm gonna read this to you. It goes, he sees it and he's in shock, and he goes, Optimus, and Optimus Prime says, Buster Witwicky, you must help me. You are the Autobots' last hope. You know, I can't do the voice or anything, but that's what he says, and it goes to be continued. So this issue was very exciting and interesting because I'm reading this thing going, whoa, is this what happened? That's crazy, you know, and Shockwave's this powerful, and you know, so it's pretty much like the start of something interesting. So I hope this gets you all excited. I plan to do more reviews.